Alright, I am Justice and welcome to my tutorial on how to use 3D, 2D in GMOD and use it on entities so you can make cool UIs like this. So before we start, I should explain that 3D, 2D draws UI in a 3D space, so you could put UI on the side of props or entities. For the purpose of this, entities, I don't even know if you can do that with props. You can make the UIs interactable and stuff like that, open windows, change your model, give ammo and stuff like that, put text on the screen, put UI, put images. That is the Fortnite Stormtrooper. We're not going to talk about that. So we're going to go ahead and get started. This is also assuming that you have a very basic LUA knowledge and that you have a entity already set up. So we're going to get this started. You want to take ImGUI, which is a library that makes everything 10 times easier. I'll leave it in the description. You want to take the LUA file, stick it in your entity folder. You want to go into your CL_init and write local ImGUI equals include ImGUI.lua and make sure you add the CS LUA file. You also want to go into your draw. So this is where we're going to start. So I grabbed this off of the wiki. I don't feel like retyping this. This is what actually starts the draw for the 3D, 2D. So you want to make sure you put this down. Don't worry about this right now because I'll explain this in a little bit. And then you want to make sure it ends. Otherwise, you'll get some errors and it'll probably crash your game. So we're going to go ahead and start. So I want to explain the vectors first. The vector is the... I don't explain it. It's like a let me draw it here. So a vector is like a so this would be X and then this would be left, right, and then up and down. So it's like chords in a 3D space. So it allows you to move this forward, backwards, up, down. So for the purpose of this, I would just copy my I would just use the model that I have set right now. I would just use it because I will explain how to use vectors in a second tutorial because I don't really want to get into that right now because it's kind of complicated. But a very simple explanation is it allows you to move up and down. So if I were to change this to -6, it would move to the left and stuff like that. But you want to avoid using that to set your UI because you can change UI chords on its own. The other thing you would really use it for is to move the actual UI up and down and forward. So move it forward and stuff like that. We'll get into this in a later video though. It's kind of confusing. So I would start with setting your prop to this prop right here. It's the cube 1 by 1 by 1. And then I would set your angles and vector to this right here. So once you've done that, you can pause the video real fast. Once you've done that, you want to go to your inside of this if statement, and then you want to start with, I'll just retype this for the purpose of learning, surface.setDrawColor 255, 255, 255, and then alpha. Then we're going to start with a surface.drawRect. We'll just do the chords that I already have set, so it makes it a little easier. 400. So if you do this properly, this will be on your prop. It is a UI on the side of it. It's not perfect, but that can always be fixed by you. So let's start with getting the prop on the UI on the actual centered. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mess with the X and Y chords. So that's the wrong way. So we'll do like 20. We're gonna probably have to do like -50. -100, -125, -150, -75, 155 probably. Okay, that works for me. It's not perfect again, but if you really want to make it perfect, you can always figure out the values yourself. So if we did this properly, you should have a square on the side of your prop. So that's the first thing you want to do. So once we've done this, let's get into simply drawing shapes. So I don't like to use surface to draw shapes on this. I just feel like I don't know, I just don't like it. So let me go on here. Let's look up a RGB color picker. RGB color picker. All right, let's just grab a simple gray color. Probably this will work for me. Let's go back. So we will do draw dot rounded box. Maybe back in game. So the corner radius will depend on how round it is. So how like fine the edges are, and they're just like circles and not just a corner. So I'm gonna put this on 5 like I usually do. X. So let's take the x of the rect. So the actual rectangle is 400 by 400. So I'll just put this on like 50 for now. 50 on that. So the width, we're gonna make this the length, all right, and then the height, we'll just make this 30, and then color. There we go. Okay, cool. So we have a rounded box now. It's rounded, as you can see how we put this in. So we're gonna do some centering. So we're just gonna make a simple shape. Let me change this value to like 100. Maybe like 50 actually. All right, that works. Okay, cool. So this is the x and y. So we'll do 20. We'll do like 0 actually. All right, so we're gonna have to go like -50 probably. -155. Okay, cool. So now we have a square. The edges look a little weird, so I'm gonna put this on I'm just gonna put this on 0, so it's not a fine edge. I'm gonna also put this back down to 25. So we have a square in the center of our square, which is pretty cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the color of the actual square to this color. Then I'm gonna set this to 255. Just to invert colors, make it better on your eyes. So now we have a simple square with an actual shape on it. So we're gonna move this up a little bit. Fuck me, sorry. 0, -25, -35, -50, -75. We'll go back to negative. We'll do 60. All right, cool. Put this size back. Put the size to 10. So we have a very simple shape. We make it look nice. So we're just gonna call this our top bar, and we're gonna put some text above it. So how we're gonna do that is we're gonna go over to the wiki real quick, or the API for ImGUI. They have a very simple example here. So we're just gonna take this example. We're gonna put this in here. I would advise you could copy it from my code, or you could actually go to the API and put this in yourself. It's up to you. I'm just going to explain how this works. So I don't think I copied in, did I? My bad. All right. Okay. So how this works is this will create a button with the ImGUI library. So this right here will be the text that's displayed. So we're going to make this oh, I am doing text. I am sorry. I am out of it right now. Okay. Let's go look about how they draw text. So they draw simple text using their using ImGUI fonts. So I meant to copy this. My bad. So if we do this correctly, let me comment this. Draws our basic UI. Delete all this. So this will draw our basic UI, and then we'll put this draws text. So we're gonna set the text to say, I don't know, what should it say? We can just do a simple, I am a UI made with ImGUI. Made with Yoda love. All right, cool. So this right here is the font. So you can change the font with right here. You want to keep the exclamation though. You can change the font right here. This is the font size. So based on what size this is, it'll draw the font bigger. So yeah, this is the X and Y, by the way, also. So you want to change this. So if we did this correctly, one second. I do not think we set a color. Alright, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, So if we did that, it'll display this. So let's get this to be on the right side. So I'm gonna do -50 probably, -100, -125. All right, that's perfect. All right, cool. So now we have a text. So let's put the text up. I keep forgetting to go negative. I'll put it up maybe 75. We're lucky, 100. 90. All right, cool. So now we have some cool text it displays on the side of our entity. So nothing you can't do anything with this right now apart from change the text and stuff. It's not interactable like this is. There's no buttons or anything. It doesn't do anything. But this can be displayed for, I don't know, whatever you want. I'm just trying to teach you how to use 3D 2D. So what else should we do? Let's make the buttons. So like this draws a button. So let's go back up to what I meant to grab earlier, which is this. So let's put this here. Get rid of this. You can copy this off of the wiki. You can copy it off of me. Up to you. So now we have a very basic button. So if you click on this, it'll say, "Yay, we were clicked." Don't mind this. Let me actually remove that real quick. My bad. So if you press E on this, I gotta respawn it. 1 second. Okay. All right. Don't worry about what I just did. I just deleted this right here. So pretty much we have a basic button. So we can change this. How should we change it? We can change the color. So the first color is the actual color of like the thing. The second color is if you're highlighting it. So if I were to change this to, let me find a, let's go back to the color picker. Let's pick a gray color like that. So set this to there. So now if we hover over it, it'll just be that. So instead of you actually like changing and then it'll be like this, it looks better. We can also change the color of the highlight, or the click, my bad. I'm going to make the click green. What's that color? I'm going to make the click green. So if you click on this now, it'll be, if you press E on it, it'll be green. So that looks a lot better in my opinion. I like that. So there you go. Basic button in 3D, 2D, ImGUI. You can make this button do things inside of it. So we'll change this to Yoda button is pressed. You can even do things like chat.add text. Men. So if you click this, it'll put men in chat. For if I don't know, if you wanted to be in some weird stuff, you can press E on this and spam chat. I like Yoda. He is cute. You know, cool stuff. Color. Wanted to set the color to that. Oh, why am I lagging? What did I do? Did I break something? Nope, I didn't break anything. If you want to change the color, simple color. I mean, this is just an example of you can run functions. Let's say you wanted to run a net.start. Say you wanted to run a net message. Go to utility, and we'll add a network string. We'll just call datapad HUD. So net.receive datapad HUD. Go over here, turn this into a function. Oh, fuck. Function. Len. There. Okay, cool. If you didn't know what I did, I just made a net.receive for a net message. You add a net message through here. I imagine you already know this. Like I said, this tutorial isn't meant for you if you don't know a half decent amount of Lua. So, basically, we can call net messages to this button as well. So let's just clean this up a little bit. Let's go down. Put out a debug and chat message. Okay, cool. So let's go in here. Okay, how should I explain this? Okay, starts a net message and sends it to server. Okay, so net.start, datapad hub. And then we will send this to server. Send to server. So this will receive on the actual server now, hopefully. So we're just gonna do a simple player kill. So if we click this, we should die. There you go. Simple. It'll kill you now. So pretty simple. I'm gonna move this over here just in case I have to do that again. So very simple. You can run functions on the player through buttons and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't really know how to explain it anymore. We can do some like covering. Let me go look on the wiki actually. Let's see if there's anything else in here that I need to cover. That is important. Retrieve cursor. Okay. Okay, so this can be used. Let me see. Give a bounce. Currently pressing. Is pressed. All right, I don't really know what else to cover apart from me just knowing how to do things. That's basically it. Another thing we can go over is if you want to do this without a prop. So let's say you don't want this. What you can do is you can go into the wiki. You can grab this. Then you just change your draw function. Instead of having it as a draw, you change it to this. And then you get rid of your draw model, and then you just end it. And then this should draw, if you delete this, it should, so now the prop is still there, right? It's still there, but your UI is just by itself, so you don't see an actual prop anymore. That's always optional. You don't have to do that. That's just if you wanted to have an, let me try something out actually. If you wanted to make the prop not big so you don't really hit it that much, you would just change the prop. So now it would be this, and you wouldn't hit it at all. You'd only hit it on this side. You could even make it probably one of these so it's flat. I don't know how these spawn though, so we shall see. This one, I don't know. Let me look. Does it on the side? Yeah, okay. So go into this now. I don't know, just it's up to you. You mess with it, stuff like that. I probably should have changed the text actually. So we'll change the text real fast. Foobar. Oh, fuck me. I don't know why I clicked that. Alright, let's change the text on the foobar. So if you go back to the client, go to the button. Our button right here, we'll change the text of the button to kill me for Yoda. So if you do this, you'll notice that your button, the text does not fit on it. That can be fixed by simply just changing the size of the button. I'll take to 140. So there you go. So now your text fits in the button just fine. You just got to expand the size. You can also do this by just simply changing the text size to like 10. Then it'll fit in it better. Or if you want to expand the button, very simple. Just, it's always personal preference. I hope this could help you though. So, that's pretty simple. Let's just do a simple ammo dispenser. We'll just make something very similar to this, so this tutorial doesn't drag on. We will do a very simple, let's look. Alright, on this guy back. So we will give this to, give ammo to me. Alright. Center this. 150, oh, wrong way. 175 probably. 50. Alright, 50 works. Okay, cool. And now it's centered. Kill me for Yoda. We'll change this to give ammo. So, fuck me. I clicked it again. God damn it. I forgot with ImGUI, actually clicking it with your mouse also counts an interact. So, let's move the button over a little bit. Which is the size? Here is the 20. Oh, it's not perfect, but it works. So, if you followed along with my net message earlier, you will send your message. You gotta make sure you add a util string, and then you can receive it. But instead of killing the player, we'll give them ammo. We'll give them like 300 ammo, and we'll give them the type is AR2, which is pulse ammo, which is pretty much the default ammo for TFA weapons and stuff. We'll go to the GMOD wiki because I need to look at something. Give ammo. Give ammo, and then we will give the. So we need to make it pistol, or not pistol. It's not pistol. Sorry. Give ammo. True. Okay, cool. So we just put true here. So if you go in game now. Let me. I don't actually know how to test that. Let me grab a TFA weapon. Just show you that it works. So if we press R, it'll go up as you can see. So we are getting ammo. Another thing you can do is sounds also work with buttons. So let's just make a simple sound. Let me go back to the client. So if you click the button, we'll also play a sound. Surface.play sound. Just make this go in game. Let me grab a button. You won't have this. I'm just gonna grab I have an add-on where I can. You know what, actually? Let's make it the actual ammo sound. Item. We'll make it the ammo sound. So, now, you should be getting ammo. So, it's a very simple way of doing things. Let me find a crate. We'll just set the model of this to an actual crate. Type in models. How big is this? That's perfect size. Okay, cool. So we're just gonna copy this. Change out our model to an actual model. Oh fuck me, that's not good. What did I break? Break something? What the fuck? Still broken? No, it's not. Okay. Once again, I forgot we changed it to draw translucent. So we're gonna just change this back to draw. So we're gonna get rid of that. Self draw model. There we go. So as you notice, if you are looking, the UI is not in the right space anymore. That can be simply changed. Like I said, very simple, changing your vectors. So we're gonna make this 50. Maybe like 45, 40. Go with 30. Nope, 25, 35. All right, cool. So now we just change the vector to 30. That's X. My bad. 50. 40. Okay, well, there you go. Simple. Now you actually have a UI on the side of a crate. This is a very simple version compared to the one I made. This is just a simple thing you can do in 5 minutes. This will give you ammo, but it's on the side of a prop. So now if you save this, it'll just spawn, and then you can have multiple of these, and they'll give your people ammo. You know, this is always optional. You know, having the chat printout stuff is always optional. The Yoda button was pressed. Just debug stuff. But this is a very simple tutorial. I'll probably make a part 2 on how to use 3D 2D. This is very simple. It's not advanced at all. This is just how to use ImGUI. And then create a UI. I mean, it's just like creating VGUI, stuff like that. I will probably get in. So there's another library that allows you to draw VGUI stuff. So like you can draw like text entries and things like that on the side of like with 3D 2D. I'll probably get into that because that can be used very useful, and I've seen people also want a tutorial on how to use that. But apart from that, hope you enjoyed. If you need any help, comments are a thing, or you can add me on Discord or something. I'll probably leave that in the description. But yeah, peace out.